Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome to the 67th annual running of the legendary Daytona 500. I'll try to review this race without mentioning politics, cause I don't want to get into politics here. But anyways, before the race went underway, we had a live concert from Pitbull himself, and I bid him farewell for leaving Trackhouse Racing. And here we go, the race begins. Chase Briscoe, aka the pole sitter, takes an early lead, and Cinderblock, that's Austin Cindric by the way, also battles him for the lead. That is until Willie B jumps ahead, and then, just like last year, it decides to rain. Gee, Florida weather sure is good now, isn't it? Yeah, I said that with sarcasm. But hey, at least it's not as bad as last year. After a rain delay that lasted for a few hours, we have our first pit stops of the day, and Willie B's Optimus Prime car, alongside Joey Logano's Indy stock car, yeah, because, well, his car has the same paint scheme as Joseph Newgarden, got out first. Because William Byron pitted, Michael McDowell was now in the lead until he decided to pit in too. Guess what? Another rain delay comes in, and this time it's for a surprise shower. Good Lord, can we please get the race started already? After an unexpected rain delay, the race finally gets started. About freaking time. All that waiting just to see Joey Logano take the lead. Out of nowhere, Corey LaJoie takes the lead despite never winning a single race. All I have to say is, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm seeing this. Things get even more intense with Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch joining in, and Kyle Busch eventually takes the lead. Until Joey Logano gets past him. Especially, well, I also like to mention, AJ also fell behind, and it seems that things aren't looking good for him, especially with him leaking smoke in a similar fashion to Austin Hill. Eventually, Joey starts leading again, and then our first caution that doesn't involve rain comes out. It seems that Josh Berry can never catch a break. Zane Smith also gets involved. Our second pit stop under caution comes underway, and Willie B is one of those drivers that decides to pit under caution. The caution ends and Alex Bowman ends up in the lead until another caution comes underway with Helio Castroneves wrecking out again. Also, Ross Chastain wrecks himself out this time around. And yeah, I do feel bad for both Trackhouse drivers, because I really wanted to see Ross win the Daytona 500. During the pit stop, Joey Logano's car runs into some mechanical gremlins, and it puts him a lap down alongside Shane Van Gisbergen, who had slight damage. The caution ends, and Ryan Preece is out in front behind Austin Cindric, meaning that RFK has once again unlocked his true potential. Ryan Preece, of all drivers, starts leading, something that he has never done before in his SHR days. He even ends up in a battle with his former teammates. And then another caution comes out. Several cars also start pitting in, with Ryan Preece being one of those cars to stop for gas. The caution ends, and any hopes of Ryan Preece leading are gone. Just when he thought that only the top guys would lead, Michael McDowell dashes ahead and battles Austin Cindric for the lead. Yeah, Ryan Preece tries to get him ahead of Michael McDowell, but Michael McDowell's car is still too fast. McDowell eventually loses the lead with Ryan Preece getting back into the lead. All thanks to Austin Cindric, yeah. The Cinderblock might not be the best driver, but he is still an excellent pusher. Preece loses the lead to Alex Bowman and the second stage battle gets fierce. After the commercial breaks end, Austin Cindric starts leading again. Yeah, this is something that I don't like about Fox. They cut to commercial right when something exciting happens. This is one thing that makes me want to see the race live. Although they do have a window that pops out, but sometimes it cuts to commercial and no window pops out when something exciting happens. The Cinderblock hangs on to his lead until the second stage ends. And Ryan Blaney also happens to push him. I gotta admit, Ryan Blaney is always a good teammate, so kudos to him. Yeah, Alex Bowman tries his best to take his lead away from him, but Penske always does a good job at working together. Out of nowhere, Cindric loses his long lead to his teammate Ryan Blaney, who takes the win for stage number 2 of the Daytona 500. Joey goes into the pits to have more repairs done to his car. Yeah, he keeps having mechanical gremlins when stuff gets good. We also get our next set of pit stops with most of the top drivers deciding to stop for fresh tires and or gas. And so the final stage begins and Kyle Busch joins the battle with Ryan Blaney, and the other Kyle just so happens to be his pusher. That's Kyle Larson, by the way, just in case we haven't known already. Despite this, Ryan gets a push by his teammate Austin Cindric, and he too gets passed by Bubba Wallace himself. We have yet another fierce battle. Let's hope this doesn't turn into another final lap disaster like last year. We also have sudden lead changes happen left and right. In fact, more than any other Daytona 500. Then another caution comes out, just another debris caution this time. Every one of the top drivers decides to pit in under caution, and they all decide to only get fuel. Jimmie Johnson also had an issue on pit road. Yeah, he can't catch a break in recent times. The caution ends, and we get a battle between Bubba Wallace and Austin Cindric, with the Cinderblock taking the lead, after Bubba Wallace loses it when he changes lanes. And then Corey LaJoie joins the battle with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. pushing him. Seeing Corey in the top 5 is a normal sight, and then the big one happens, with Joey Logano attempting to wreck out Ricky Stenhouse Jr., only to wreck himself out, and couldn't even turn his car to the pits. Now this book looks more like something out of BeamNG Drive than what you see in NASCAR. His teammate Ryan Blaney also ended up in this horrific wreck. Kyle Busch also ruined yet another chance to win the Daytona 500 with him being a lap down. The caution ends and Corey taking the lead. And Corey takes the lead until a failed block forces him to give up the lead. Despite losing FedEx, Denny has never lost his talent as he jumps up ahead and takes the lead away from Austin Cindric. Christopher Bell wrecks out and Ryan Preece flips over in yet another caution. Hopefully Preece will have another win this year, considering that he still has potential to win. Oh, and by the way, Ryan Preece's crash is pretty devastating. And I actually felt bad for him crashing out that way, by the way. So yeah, his crash was very devastating and I felt bad. The race goes into overtime just like this year's Xfinity Series race at Daytona. 3 drivers had to go in for repairs, including Bubba Wallace, who sustained damage from catching debris. Or debris, however you want to pronounce it. During the final lap, we were close to having a similar situation to the Xfinity Daytona race, where the race didn't even finish on the final lap. Willie B wins the Daytona 500 for a second time in a row after Denny Hamlin gets wrecked out when Cole Custer shoves him to the wall. Yeah, the race was better than the Xfinity Daytona race, with the race at least getting past the final lap. And he, William Byron, has a much better looking car than last year. Believe me, the 24 has never looked this great since the Jeff Gordon days. This race gets an 8 out of 10. It's an improvement over the Xfinity race, but I was still disappointed that Denny didn't win. But I was still glad Denny didn't win, because had he won, fans would be outraged. Yeah, as much as I like Denny Hamlin, having him win would be a double-edged sword, considering that a lot of people did not like Denny Hamlin because of what happened with Chase Elliott years ago, and Chase Elliott is considered to be a golden boy to several people. And you don't mess with the golden boys, by the way. You don't mess with Dale Jr., you don't mess with Chase Elliott. So yeah. Denny didn't win, but had he won, it would have ended in disaster. So yeah, Lady Luck was definitely on her side. Yeah. I was disappointed Denny didn't win, but I'm still glad at the same time. He didn't win because, well, of the controversy surrounding him and people booing him. But anyways, there's always next week's race. Let's hope that one of my favorite drivers gets a chance to win. Like I said, this is only the beginning, and we have a lot of races to get to. At least Willie B didn't have to wreck out Ross Chastain to win. And at least his victory was legit this time around. But anyways, this is the Bandito signing off. Here's the link to the Xfinity race review if you want to see it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to get the latest updates from Racer Cinema Productions. To people who've already subscribed to my channel, all you have to do is like and comment. I will be signing off to watch the rest of Enter the Dragon. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.